Hi, my name is Miss Sabrina, and today I'm going to teach you the steps for how to take a bath. Do you know which room you need to go into to take a bath in your house? Is it the kitchen, the bathroom, or the backyard? Right, we have to go into the bathroom where the bath is. Now, follow along so you can learn the steps for how to take a bath too. Wait a second. Normally, when you take a bath, one of the first steps is to take off all your clothes. That's right, we have to take off our clothes. But because I'm teaching you how to take a bath and I'm using a camera, I'm not going to take off my clothes. I need privacy. But when you do this at home, you will take off your clothes. Let's get started. Remember, this video teaches life skills for learning purposes. Some activities may require adult help or supervision. Please practice safely. Some people might choose to take a bath because it's relaxing and kind of fun. But the most important thing is to focus on your hygiene. And hygiene means keeping our body clean, including our face, body, and hair. Here are the steps. Let's get started. The first thing to do is make sure you have everything you need for your bath before you get in. That includes your soap, shampoo and conditioner, a brush, a cup to pour water on yourself, and make sure you have your towel ready too. Now, plug the drain for the bathtub. This is what my drain plug looks like, but there's lots of different types. Yours might look like one of these. No matter what type you have, the first step is to make sure it's plugged so the water fills up. Now, turn on the water. Your water faucet might look different as well. You can always ask a caregiver to help you figure out what that looks like when you're first learning. Next, you want to check the temperature and make sure it's just how you want it. Cold is on the right, and on the left is hot water. I usually like to put it somewhere in the middle and then check the temperature to make sure it's just right. Then let the water fill up, but not all the way up, because when you get in, the water will rise. Then check the temperature one more time before you carefully step into the bathtub. Sometimes you might choose not to get your hair wet or wash it. You might do this if you had less time that day, or if your hair is already clean because you recently cleaned it. To do this, you can tie your hair up or use something called a shower cap, which you place on your head and then push in the remaining hair into that shower cap to keep it all dry. For today's example, I'm going to show you how to do every step of the bath, including washing your hair. So make sure you turned off the water of the faucet and then use a cup to wet your body. If you'd like, you can also turn on the faucet to wet your body that way as well. If we look back at our diagram from earlier, we can see the different parts of the body that need to be cleaned. Let's start by washing our face. Begin by grabbing some soap. You can use generic body wash soap or use some soap that's for your face or more sensitive skin. Squirt or pour a little soap onto your hand. Then rub your hands together to get it into a lather. Now use those soapy hands to gently scrub your face, your cheeks, your under eyes, your forehead and neck to make sure you get all that dirt out. Now turn on the water, use your hands to cup the water and splash it on your face to rinse off the soap. You can also use the water in the bathtub that you're sitting in or the water straight from the faucet. Let's look back at that diagram again. We've washed our face, but now we need to wash our body. That includes your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your private parts, your legs, your feet, and your back as well. Let's take a look at those steps. Begin by grabbing your body wash. Again, this might be in a squirt bottle, it might be in a pour bottle, or sometimes it's also in a bar of soap. Squirt or pour a little bit of soap into your hand again, and then lather your hands together to get a nice, bubbly, soapy start. This might look different if you're using a loofah, or in this case, a little body sponge. Put it on the loofah or the sponge and then lather that. Then you can use this tool to help wash your body. I like doing this because it helps exfoliate and I feel like I get a better clean. However, what you choose to do is a preference for you. I'm going to show you if you're just using your hands because that might be a little bit more universal to show you. Begin by washing your shoulders and chest. Make sure you wash your underarms or armpits. Wash your legs and your feet. Both of them. Make sure to wash your back as well. You can see me reaching my arms over my shoulders to try and get all the parts of my back. There are also tools for this if it's hard for you to reach your back. You might need to sit up a little bit out of the water to wash your stomach. And also to make sure you wash your private parts. This is really important, whether you're a male or female, to get in there and make sure it's nice and clean. Wash the front and make sure you wash your bottom as well. This part gets extra dirty, so it's really important that you take your time to make sure it's really clean. Now we can turn on the water, fill our cup, and rinse our body off. Use the cup to pour the water all over those soapy parts of your body that you just cleaned. Let's take a look at that diagram one more time. We finished washing our face and body. Now it's important to wash our hair. Let's take a look at those steps as well. Begin by filling your cup with water and pouring it onto your head to get all your hair very wet. Then grab your shampoo bottle and pour a little bit of shampoo onto the palm of your hand. Then rub your hands together to form a lather or some soap bubbles in your hand. I guess they're shampoo bubbles. Then use that shampoo on the top of your head. It's really important to focus on your scalp. That's the part of your head where your hair grows out of. And this part can get a lot of buildup and a lot of dirt and a lot of oil. So we want to get it nice and clean. Then look at the camera and smile. Now use the cup to rinse the shampoo out of your hair. I like to use some clean water here, but again, it's really what works best for you, and you know your body and what's easiest for you. The most important thing is that we're getting clean. Tilt your head back and then use one hand to block the water from going into your face while you pour the water from the cup on top of your head and down through however long your hair is. Now that we've cleaned our hair, it's a good idea to condition it, especially if you have curly hair or longer hair. To do this, pour a little bit of conditioner into the palm of your hand as well. Conditioner won't lather into a bubbly soap, but you can still rub it between your fingers and then place it on your hair. This time, focus on the ends of your hair instead of the top of your head. If you have shorter hair or straight hair, this might be enough. But if you have curly hair like me or just knotted hair, it might be helpful to actually brush your hair while you're in the bathtub. To do this, grab your hair with one hand And then begin by brushing the ends of your hair. Then slowly work your way up. I have a whole nother video on just how to brush your hair. So if you need some extra help, I'll link it above and you can click on that to get some extra support. Now, just like with the shampoo, I like to use some clean water to fill up my cup and rinse all the conditioner out of my hair. Gently lean your head back and then pour the water on top of your head down through the ends of your hair. One of the last steps is to remove the plug from the bathtub. Again, this will look different depending what type of bath plug you have, but the goal is to let the water go down the drain. If you'd like, you can rinse your body off one more time before getting out as the water's going out of the bathtub. I like to do this to make sure there's no soap left on me or no dirt from the actual bathtub itself. Then turn off the water and wring out your hair and try and brush off some of the water from your body. Then grab your towel and start patting yourself dry. You can use the ledge of the bathtub if it helps you to dry off your legs, but be careful. Then carefully step out of the bathtub and continue to dry yourself off.
Thank you so much for following along with me and learning the steps for how to take a bath. If you'd like to learn some other important hygiene skills, please click the link up there and click the link in the description for other tools on how to teach and learn life skills. Bye!